a rhyme. Can you relate to a sister dope enough to make you holler and scream?
Yo, let me take it from here, queen. Excuse me, but I think I'm about due to get into precisely what I am about to do. I'm conversating to the folks who have no whatsoever clue. So listen very carefully as I break it down for you. Merrily, 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 high to happy, overjoyed. Pleased with all the beats and rhymes my sisters have employed. Slick as you rolling down the sound, totally a yes. Let me state the position. Ladies first, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, there's gonna be some changes made here.
Believe me when I say being a woman is great to see. I know that all the fellas out there will agree with me. Not for being one, but for being with one. Cause when it's time for loving, it's the woman that gets them drawn, stepping, strutting, moving on, rhyming, cutting, and not forgetting. We are the ones to give birth to the new generation of prophets, cause it's late.
I break into a lyrical freestyle. Grab the mic, look at the crowd and see smiles. Cause they see a woman standing up on her own two. Sloppy slouching is something I won't do. Some think that we can't flow. Stereotypes, they got to go. I'ma mess around and flip the scene into reverse. With what? With a little touch of ladies first. My mind expands throughout the universe. A female rapper with a message to send. The Queen Latifah is a perfect specimen.
My sister, can I get some?
Sure, Moni Love, grab the mic and get dumb.
Yo, praise me not for being simply what I am. Born in L-O-N-D-O and sound American. You dig exactly where I'm coming from. You want righteous rhyming, I'ma give you some. To enable you to age yourself and get paid. And the material that has no meaning, I wish to slay. Pay me every bit of your attention. Like mother, like daughter, I would also like to mention. I wish for you to bring me to the rhythm of which is now systematically given. Desperately stressing I'm the daughter of a sister who's the mother of a brother who's the brother of another. Plus one more. All four have a job to do. We doing it respect due to the mother who's the root of it. And next up is me, the MONIELOVE, and I'm first cause I'm a LAZIE.
Contact and in fact, the style it gets harder. Cooling on the scene with my European partner. Laying down track after track, waiting for the climax. When I get there, that's when I attack the next man or the next woman. It doesn't make a difference. Keep the competition coming. And I recite the chapter in verse. The title of this recital is Ladies First.
A little female black empowerment. Throwback, old school. You're not going to hear that too often. You're not going to hear, in the mainstream anyway, black women standing up for anything, black women having anything relative to say in the mainstream, in hip-hop, the music of hip-hop, and not even in R&B too much. That was a classic throwback. Queen Latifah, Moni Love, Ladies First. And I'm from that era. I remember that, And that was a time where black women were trying to emerge and be positive and powerful role models for each other. There was more of a sisterhood back there in the 90s. Now we are unfortunately bombarded by negative images galore for the new millennium. Seems like nothing has changed. The Hattie McDaniels, the Aunt Jemima, the maid syndrome, all of that, all these images in society of black women seem to just taking on a new millennium spin. And we're going to talk about that because it's very important. It's very important in the new millennium what we're passing on, what images and what messages are being passed on about the black woman. I am the intellectual Nuben Menkares, and this is State of Mentel Radio. And tonight we're going to be discussing the negative images and messages that are overt and covert in this society and abroad. Because it's not just a national thing; it's an international thing. I'm seeing it's international. If anyone caught this thing on YouTube where you had the Chinese or the Asian girls painting themselves up in blackface and putting braided wigs on their head, and they were supposed to be acting like black women or black girls or whatever, and put gold fronts in their mouth, and then I forget what the name of the blog of the YouTube video was, but you Google it, just put Asian women making fun or negative connotations or remarks about black women, stereotypical things, and you'll see that this is not just a white thing. This is not just a national U.S. thing. It's international. Black women, we would get on, talk about the negative images that are portrayed about the black man, but the black woman now, it seems like these images are starting to surpass the negative images of the black man, the negative images of the black woman, and it's being universally accepted. It's being accepted so well, and it's being pushed so well in the mediums of television, radio, film, magazine ads, billboards, that they're getting our people to accept it, even the black woman. You know how you know that? Because a lot of you black women sat up here and talked about Precious was a good movie. You sat here and praised the movie Precious. If you look in the feeder for this show, you'll see that we have the image of Precious up there as a negative image of black women, overweight, ignorant, just really, just really low class, just really, nothing on the level of what I know black women to be. The type of black women I grew up around, my mother, my sisters, the positive images I see of black women, which they don't really show in society. They pushed Precious. They pushed an overweight black woman like they like to do in the media. They did a throwback to your Hattie McDaniels, the overweight, shiny black woman, like to overeat, love a bucket of chicken and whatnot. Remember the Precious movie? She's running down the street with a bucket of chicken. Ain't that something? And black people sat in the theater and said that was a good movie. Then you see Monique's character, right, the mother, and in that, the character of Monique's mother, the character that was played by Monique, Precious' mother, very negative, very, sexually loose, sexually uncontrollable, a sexual deviant. So, all across the board, every black person in there, especially the black women in there that were of a darker complexion, were given a negative connotation. But the lighter-skinned black women, the mulatto-looking black women, they were given a positive connotation. And lesbianism was made to look attractive or appealing to Precious when she stayed with the guidance counselor in her school. These are all subliminal messages that are being slipped to our people. And like I said, black people sat up there, black women sat up there and said, "Oh, that's real. That's real." They even got Mary J. Blige to sit up there and say that. She sat up there and said that. So you already know she sold out. She said, and when she said it, she didn't even say it with a straight face. It's just like she had to say that on cue, because she had a song on the soundtrack. They're getting you to buy into this image, buy into this negativity, and swallow the whole thing, and just put it back out and perpetuate it amongst yourselves. They're getting you black women to do it. It was a time where, the white man would put out an image of our people, and some negative image. Like, we go back in movie history, we'll see where the movie Birth of a Nation came out. A white man by the name of D.W. Griffith made this movie. White man, one of the first films. I don't believe it had I believe it was a silent film. Yeah, it was a silent film, and you have, all kinds of negative connotations of black people, the Ku Klux Klan being promoted as being heroes of herding black people and, and chasing black people and just trying to police black people and all kinds of just negativity. The very next day, It was a popular picture in this country. And the very next day, I'll never forget, I heard the story that D.W. Griffith had a black maid who quit. You know, she was with him for years, and she quit because of those negative images. You know, a lot of black people protested that. They protested back in the 20s, protesting movies like that. You know, stayed away from things like that. Now you all go to see Precious. You all go to see for colored girls. You all go to see something new, right? You all go to see Monsters Ball. You understand? Where the monster had his balls all over Halle Berry. That's what you want to go and support. You know what I mean? That's what you want to support. You know, how Halle Berry was basically made into a slut in the movie, a whore. See, don't you understand when these negative connotations, they come up about black women, they're not just talking about one black woman, they're talking about all of you. All of you. From the lightest of the light to the darkest of the dark. Fat, thin, in between, you're all trash. That's the message. You're all black trash. Halle Berry's a slut and a whore in the movie. Precious is some fat, nasty, chicken-eating, you know. I'm surprised they didn't throw a watermelon in her goddamn hand. Why not? And here's the kicker. It was produced by a man named Lee Daniels, well-known director. He seems to like the same guy that produced Precious was the same guy that produced Monsters Ball. Lee Daniels. You know, this guy, and he had his hand in For Colored Girls, along with Tyler Perry. You know, notice how the lineup is always the same. These guys get funding for movies from white executives to put out garbage like this about you black women. And what do y'all do? Y'all go and support this. You go and see this. You pay your hard-earned money to go see that. Are you serious? Right? Then you'll get mad at these rappers. Hell, some of y'all don't even get mad at the rappers no more when they call you bitches and hoes. On the record, y'all will dance to it. You'll dance to it. Put a good beat behind a halfway decent beat. You'll dance to it. You'll spend money to go see Precious. You'll sit up there to see something new. You'll do that. You sat up here and watched the message and something new about a black woman who had a black man who was, who was doing well and taking care of himself. And the message of that movie was that even a black man who's doing well for himself, established, a professional, is not as good as a white man who's digging in the dirt being a gardener. She chose the white man who's digging in the dirt being a gardener. That's the mentality that they're trying to promote in you. And you all are accepting it by your ticket sales, by you indulging and engaging in seeing these movies. And then y'all sit up here and go, oh, it's just a movie. Why are you so serious? Why are you talking about it? Don't you understand that it's never just a movie? It's a program. It's a mental program. It's being programmed purposely and designed for you purposely to alter your way of thinking about yourself and your place in the world, that you're worthless, that you black women are basically loose, ignorant, uncontrollable, wild animals. That's the message. I don't care if you're pretty. I don't care if you're not so pretty. I don't care if you're slim. I don't care if you're fat. It don't matter. It's all the same thing. It's the same crap. Let's go back into the movies for a minute. We talked about, in the feed, I put the picture of Hattie McDaniels in there. Aunt Jemima, big old shiny black fat Aunt Jemima, right? Head scarf, everything. It encourages a lot of black women to not care that much about a healthy diet or to keep themselves in shape, And as I said, the images haven't changed. You could put Aunt Jemima next to Gabrielle Sabiti, the girl who played Precious. Same thing. So that tells you that the perception of these people who have been making movies for the last 70, 80 years, 85, 90 years, has not changed about our people. has not changed about you, black women. Hasn't changed at all, not one bit. Loose, the movie Alfie. Alfie, go look up that movie, Alfie, Alfie, Alfie. Jude Law was the star of this movie. In this movie, if this is not the most degrading portrayal of a black woman, and that image is still going through it, if it's not the most degrading, what Nia Long played in this movie, where this guy Jude Law, basically, well, let me set the scenario up for you, just to give you for instance, give you an example of what I'm talking about. In this movie, Jude Law, he was the player, the white boy, had all the women, whatever, Alfie. Everybody loved all the women loved him. That's how the white man writes the story, of course. Everybody desires the white man, right? And he had a friend who was Omar Epps, a so-called friend, Omar Epps, who was in love with Nia Long, his black woman, right? Now, she was, he gave his heart to Nia Long, loved her and everything, And one night, in the scene, she's in the bar with Alfie, the white man. They drinking and playing pool. And, black woman get a little, the messages, black woman get a little alcohol in her, and she turns into a slut. She spread her legs for Alfie, and he screwed her on the pool table. Right behind Omar Epps' back. She had no problem. And she got pregnant by him. Had unprotected sex with Alfie, the white boy. Got pregnant by him. Had the baby. Had his baby. It was going to tell Omar Epps she didn't want to be with him no more. But the white man, of course, Alfie didn't want to be with her. That was just a one-night stand. She was just a slut to be had. That's the message. You understand? She's just a slut to be had. And he had her, did what he wanted to her, and she wanted to still be with him. Had his little mulatto baby. And Omar Epps, he stayed with her and took care of Alfie's baby. Alfie was like, I don't want nothing to do with that. He was like, I don't know how he could stay with her. I wouldn't. That's what Alfie said. That's the message. That's the role that Omar Epps and Nia Long ran after. You understand? That's the roles they run after in Hollywood. Those are the images they willing to put out for money. You understand? You can pay them enough money to degrade themselves. Hell, the white man should have had to dress up. He should have had to dress up in blackface before any black person should have accepted any of those goddamn roles. That's what should have happened. He should have made a fool out of himself before any black person would have accepted that role or any self-respecting black woman. Halle Berry. Oh, Halle. She sat up here, played Storm and X-Men. She did all these movies and whatnot, built up the Bond girl, but you already knew it was starting. She started out with Eddie Murphy and them in Boomerang, and she's more black, it's beautiful. Even though she's biracial, okay. Father's black, mother's white. Now, she goes into that world, and, she does all of these movies. She's making a lot of money, and, Pretty Woman was with a black man, Eric Benet. Right? Now, funny thing happens. She, upon having all of these blockbuster movies she's a part of, that she stars in, and that she's at least part of the cast, ensemble cast, she goes and does a movie produced by this gentleman by the name of Lee Daniels, right? Homosexual, by the way, and I'm gonna explain to you why I mentioned his sexual preference in a minute. I'm gonna explain to you in a minute why I mentioned that. She does a movie that was low budget, that really the script was at best garbage. You know what I mean? She does a role like that was offered to Angela Bassett first. Does anybody knows that the role was originally offered to Angela Bassett? Why was it offered to Angela Bassett? Because Angela Bassett, she, as I explained on the Blackwomen Bing, is a quintessential black woman. She is a quintessential black woman. Regal, intelligent, strong, radiant, intelligent, all of those things. Quintessential queen. She looks like she walked off of the walls in Egypt somewhere. And the white man seed that. He saw that in her. He saw that a lot of black women put Angela Bassett, hell, and black men, myself included, put Angela Bassett on a high pedestal. And what did they want to do? They wanted to knock her down off of that pedestal. That's why they offered her Monsters Ball. They wanted Billy Bob Thornton, some filthy-looking backwoods white man, to screw her like a cheap whore, and toss her to the side. Because that's what happened in the movie with Halle Berry. Billy Bob Thornton, Billy Bob, listen to the name, Billy Bob, screwed her like she was a piece of meat, just a piece of slave meat. And after he finished, he went outside and threw up. Like that was the worst thing he ever did. Right? All produced by a black man. Now, the beauty, it wasn't a star, it wasn't a feather in the caps of the producers because they wanted Angela Bassett to play that role. It would have been a feather in their cap if they would have got someone that we looked at, someone that we held in such high esteem to degrade themselves. That would have been a feather in their cap. She would have got an Academy Award and everything. And ain't that what Halle Berry got, an Academy Award or Oscar, whatever you call it? She got one of those for portraying that role, downgrading the black woman. She got one even though she's half and half. But she got a feather. It was a feather in their cap for her to downgrade black women. Now, Angela Bassett said something because she talked about it, the negative images of black women in Hollywood. And you had simple-minded black women out there in Hollywood, the ones that'll do anything for a role out there. Cause it ain't but three or four goddamn roles for black women out there, and about 1,000 of them trying to get them. And they'll do anything. They'll lay with anybody, do anything out there. Very whorish out there. They'll do that. And in doing that, Angela Bassett said, I'm not going to degrade myself. As a woman, as a black woman, she wouldn't degrade herself. She refused. She said, in this world, she said, you're not known by the choices or the roles. She said, as an actress, you're not known by the roles that you take. You're known more by the roles that you turn down, the things that you won't do. You understand? She said, you're known by the things that you won't do. And she stood her ground and didn't take it. If you notice, she don't do much acting in Hollywood because she refuses to degrade herself. And Halle Berry, for all that crying and jumping up and down and tearing and cooning and all that stuff she did, she can't get arrested in Hollywood now. They ain't going to give her no role. It's like they used her, they turned her out, and they don't need her no more. She did everything they said, the powers that be, and now they don't need her no more. You see Halle Berry in any movies really after that? Notice you ain't seen her. She's done. She thought that was the door to stardom. She thought that was the door. That was it. She was in. Don't think she's not acting because she wants to act. They don't want her no more. They got this new girl. What's her name? I'm trying to think of her name. She played in that movie Colombiana or whatever it is. Saldana. She's the new Halle Berry. They done used her up. They chewed her up and spit out. She's old now. She's old news. They don't give a damn about her. She served her purpose. So now Lathan, something new. You had black women, going up there, pushing that image of being with the white man as the best thing and the newest thing and all this, and they did it, and they fell into that trap, and they were willing to sell themselves and sell that image of them chasing and running after the goddamn white man, and they did that, and where did it get them? Where did it get Sanaa Lathan? You see her in anything? You see her in anything? See, once they use you, they chew you up and spit you out. They don't need you no more. Ving Rhames. I'm just for him for a second. I know it's about the sister, but I'm going to tell you about Ving Rhames. Man, did everything and anything in Hollywood. Was willing to do anything. Was willing to simulate sex, homosexual sex, or gay sex in the movie Pulp Fiction. And Quentin Tarantino did that just to humiliate him as a black man because he's a big, strong buck, and he wanted to humiliate him. He wore a dress. He did everything. All the stuff he did. Sang naked in the movie, that movie, Adam Sandler movie, Chuck and Larry, played a homosexual, constantly making him play homosexual, dancing in the shower, naked in the shower, singing "I Am Every Woman," anything to degrade him. And where's Ving Rhames now? He can't get arrested in Hollywood. He ain't getting no role. He taking low budget roles. These people still don't get it. Hell, the black woman don't get it. You'll pay money to go see your own degradation on screen. You'll pay money to go and see yourself degraded on screen. That's the message. That's a good movie. That's a good image. Precious. Music. You got Nicki Minaj. Menage a trois. Do you see the correlation between the looseness of the black woman? You see the messages is loud and clear that you black women are sexually loose. You'll do anything. You just a beast. You an animal. That's the same mindset. That's the same mindset that they tried to push in the slave back in the slavery times about the black woman. That the black woman was to be had by, that's the white man. She's the white man's bed wench, and she's to be had because she's loose. Now that image was created, of course, for the white man because on the other side of the game, he had his white woman who he held in such high esteem to be pure and untouched and things like that, and not to be for sex, and so he had to, of course, create a slut to be the balancing act of his desire. On one hand, like I said, he had the white woman, his queen, and on the other hand, he had his black slut, his black hoe. Right? That's the image that he's pushing in Hollywood. It ain't changed. Nothing changed. And you black women get up here and support that madness. You support it every day. You support it in interracial relationships because 9 times out of 10 you don't saw some movie that convinced you that that's okay. That convinced you that you didn't have to be with the black man, you didn't need him anymore. You saw the movies, like I said, you saw in the little commercials, right, where the black woman and the white man had this little secret going. It was just little small commercials, behind the door, closed door type of thing. His back pocket wench. That's a little secret between them two. The images haven't changed. Oprah Winfrey, they loved Oprah Winfrey when she was big. Loved it. Had she lost all that weight during the time she was just building her career and image, they would have told her no. But she had to wait until she was big to lose all of that weight because they wanted the fat black Aunt Jemima. They wanted Mammy to tell their problems to. They didn't want Tyra Banks. You understand? They didn't want a pretty black woman. They didn't want, and I'm not saying Oprah Winfrey's a bad-looking woman. I mean, she's not a great-looking woman, but I'm not saying she's a bad-looking woman either. They didn't want that. They wanted some homely, heavy-set, sloppy black woman. They wanted that. That's what they feel comfortable with. Isn't that what they felt comfortable with back in slavery? Light-skinned women in the house, dark-skinned women in the field. Light-skinned women in the house, dark-skinned women in the field. Right? You know what the light-skinned women in the house were for? Yeah. Who was the women in the house, the one they considered to be pretty? Halle Berry and all the, Brooklyn Saldana, whatever her name is, Saldana. The ones who look like they mixed, but she's still a whore and a slut. And the women in the field, like your Oprah Winfrey's and this new movie they got out, The Help. This, like I said, nothing's changed. How many of you all went to go support The Help? Has the images changed? Who's helping to change these images? And have these images changed? What's worse is, and y'all supporting it. You supporting it. You supporting, like I said, black women being degraded. Every time you buy the music. You understand? Every time you buy the music, they promoting that in a younger generation. That mindset in a younger generation, they promoting that. Bitches and hoes. Promoting it. Nappy-headed hoes. You need a perminator. Ain't that what Don Iman said? Those nappy-headed hoes? Nappy-head. That's a terminology that was derived during slavery by the slave masters talking about making fun of your hair. And you black women still use that term today. You still with this nappy business. You still using terminologies of the ex-slave masters. Your mindset has not come into the future. Very, very few of you have learned to love your natural hair. I tell you, they set Nicki Minaj up, you know, like I said, sexually wild, menage a trois, whore, slut. That's the image that they put on her, which probably some black man told her to use that name because they want that image to be adopted by young black girls. And isn't it being adopted by young black girls? Aren't the young black women more and more and more loose with each generation now? They had Little Kim 10 years ago and Foxy Brown. Now they done kicked it up a notch with Nicki Minaj. You understand? These are the images that are being fed to you. These are the images that are being fed to us to consume and to take into our minds and to look at our women, look at our wives, our sisters, our daughters, our nieces. This is what's being used to shape and mold them. You understand? And y'all accepting this crap. Y'all accepting it. Every time you black women dance in the club or go in some club, or now the thing is with a lot of you, y'all call it pole dancing when it's just stripping. With your ass out. You understand? You accept that. Because in the media, the black woman's loose. She's to be had by anybody. She's just out of control. Her sexual parts, that's what they said about the black woman. Her sexual parts are just bigger than any other woman. She's a freak. She got to have it. Hell, what Spike Lee made? Didn't he make a movie, She's Got to Have It? Wasn't that his calling card? Wasn't that his entrance into Hollywood? She's Got to Have It? Then he goes and pumps his fist with Do the Right Thing and Malcolm X and all that. But his entry card in was She's Gotta Have It, talking about a black woman. With three guys she's screwing. You understand? Image control. What they had allowed him in, had he gave another film, had he had handed in another film, and did he give them what they wanted? Did he feed their image of the black woman, their opinions of the black woman anyway? Just like when you had Denzel Washington, he got the role for Training Day, some wild, out of control, corrupt nigga, but not for Malcolm X, not for Mandela. I know not really, but Malcolm X or Stephen Biko, not for that. No, but for that. That's what he got, because it makes these people feel good. These white people who sit up here and choose these pictures, who approve these images, who puts these images out, who spends money to produce these images. It makes them feel good that you have accepted them, that you will go see them, that you will consume them. It makes them feel good. You understand that they were right about you. They feel good. They got a belly full. They got a belly full of Halle Berry being a slut and a whore for the white man. That was their fantasy right there. Have Halle Berry for one night doing all kind of weirdness and wildness and madness. Understand? While the white man took her husband to the goddamn electric chair. Perfect script. Produced by, this guy Lee Daniels. Homosexual who's living with his white lover, his white boyfriend. We'll talk about that when we come back. Close to home, Blue 6. There was a lady they brought here. I think her name was Hottentot Sally, I believe. She brought her from Africa in the early 1900s, and I think they put her in a cage or something. They had her on a sideshow in the circus. She had a very huge behind, right? Very big butt, and of course, you had white men, and I think it was in the sideshow. They had her in the cage, stuff like that. They had white men who wanted to sleep with her, and she had a lot of white men who slept with her and had sex with her and things like that. And they basically, made her some kind of freak, because she had a big butt. They always had her butt exposed all the time, always, because they said her buttocks was, they said her sexual organs were protruding, her vagina, everything. They would roar about it. They back then they was real pigs and animals back then. The white man was a real pig and an animal back then. And they are still, a lot of them still are now. They just more, they just more, I want to say, just more covert with it. They do it more in a fashionable way. And our people are worse too. A lot of our people are animals too. Our people got the mentality of animals because you've been around animals and you accepted that low nature. Now, fast forward to 2012, where it's fashionable for the black woman to have her ass out. It's fashionable. Every time you turn around and open the magazine, the black woman got her butt cheeks on display. Now, and I'm no prude. Like I said, I like that. I like women, I like sisters, beautiful body, shape and whatnot. But come on, every goddamn magazine. Are you serious? Every magazine? Every time, like I said, some chick clapping her butt cheeks. I mean, that's what you black women been reduced to. That's what you've been reduced to, a piece of meat. That's it. By your black man, who has accepted that mentality that you black women are nothing but basically a piece of ass. That's what you are, and y'all proud of it too. Hell, Nicki Minaj had to get butt implants before she entered the industry. I think she got her breast done too. Yeah, breast implants. Yeah, you a piece of meat. That's all you are. That's the image. That's the message. A wild piece of meat to be had by anybody. I talked about this show, Californication, right? Californication. This white man, David Duchovny. I love this show because he really, how they portray the black woman, it just hasn't changed. Got Megan Good. I couldn't remember her name the last time. Megan Good. Beautiful sister, beautiful. She's in that new Steve Harvey movie, Think Like a Man or whatever the hell is, some madness, whatever. And she already done slept with two white men. David Duchovny's character, he had her in the toilet on the plane. Just met her, had her in the toilet, right? And he could have had her in the damn toilet. And he had sex with her already. He had sex with her in the car. Then another white guy, a young white guy, looked like a damn caveman to me, but they trying to con you into believing he handsome, but he like a caveman. But anyway, he had sex with her, and she loved the white man so much. According to this, she just can't get enough of the white man. He had her in the toilet while they in a party, having a party for David Duchovny character. This show that just passed, he had her in the toilet while her black man is there mingling with the other white people. She had a white man just in the damn toilet. Toilet sex. What are you doing in the toilet? You defecate in the toilet. You defecate in the bathroom. You clean yourself. Filth goes out of you in a bathroom. You understand? And the black woman will have sex in there. She has sex in the toilet. Yeah, pretty black woman. She's pretty. Yeah, beautiful black woman. But don't mean the damn thing. RZA character ready to kill for her. He loved her that much. But he even in his love for her, he's still calling her a bitch and a hoe. He's still calling her that. Yeah, I love that bitch, man. I want to have my baby. Yeah. He jealous. He about to kill a white man and whatnot for having sex with her. She obviously want to be with the white man, and she was calling him all kind of names. Just basically disrespecting him while she was in the presence of the white man. See, these are the images that are put out about you black women. You backstabbers. You don't have any kind of loyalty to your man, to the black man. That's the image. Your loyalty is to the white man. You desire him. You chase after him. That's the image that they promote about you. That's the image. You just love him. You want to lay down with him. You want to be with him. And if they push that image enough, you start to look at the white man like, man, well, Brad is kind of cute. You understand? This show, like I said, this other show, Shameless, where you got the black woman character on there, right? She just love her some white. She love her some white man. She got a white man she lived with, right? And she made a comment on the show one time. She goes, because she wants to have a baby with the white guy she lived with. She says, the white girl asked her, well, why didn't you have a baby? She said, she said, she can't have a baby because her insides are messed up. And she tells the white girl, I done had more abortions than I can count. Like it ain't nothing. Like it ain't nothing, girl. I done had more abortions than I can count. Who wrote that for her? Who wrote that? Could it have been the same people who got that goddamn billboard, who put that billboard up that the worst place for a black child to be is in the womb of a woman? Huh? Could it have been the same people with that mindset and that mentality that put that image up? Telling you that you black women, that you don't give a damn about your children, that you throw your children away in the garbage like trash, like it's nothing, that you don't care about black life. But she wants to have the white man's baby. You understand that? You understand how deep that is? The message there? Do you get that? That's deep. The people that paid and bought that message, Showtime paid for and bought that message. That's how deep it is. Child, I done had more abortion I can't even count. Then she said they wrote a line for her one time. She said, I can't stand black people. She said that. I watch stuff like this. I can't stand ignorant black people. But you around ignorant white people. That's okay. You around ignorant, low-class, trash white people. Trashy white people. You ain't got no problem with that. You love them. You love being around them. And she happy. You hear her laughing. She happy. You ever watch that show, Shameless? I'm probably giving them a plug right now by telling you watch it, but watch it. Watch the show. It's about a bunch of poor white trash family, and they all on the mother and father on drugs, and the kids is all one of the kids is a homosexual, and it's just a bunch of daughter's a slut, and she basically all over the place. It's a bunch of madness, but the black woman, she fit right in with that. But then she turned around talking about how indecent black people are. Right? Who wrote that for her? Who wrote that for her? She got down between the white man legs, no problem. It's just acting. Why are you making a big deal out of it? It's just acting. It's no big deal. Yeah. Well, you know what? There's a reason why you will never, you barely see on screen a black man killing a white person, a white man. You can see all day a white man killing a black man on screen like it's nothing. But you will never, rarely will you ever see a black man. Maybe you saw a little bit of it in the 70s. But you will rarely, if any time on screen, see a black man killing a white man. You're not going to see that. Why? Because they understand the power of that image. They understand that if a black man was to start doing that and get in his head that it was okay to take the life of a white man, that will start happening after a while. They understand that image. So to them, it's not just a movie. Like you simple-minded black people say, it's just a movie. Remember Khalid Muhammad said that? It's just a movie. Y'all say stuff like that. You want to be entertained. That's why I like the sisters who are it's called Afro City. They got a show on online called Afro City, and they do the episodes and stuff like that. The sisters all wearing their hair natural. I mean, it's designed. It seems like it's designed after the Sex and the City thing because the four sisters there, from the lightest of light to the darkest of dark, they all beautiful. They have their hair natural and out and whatnot. It's very nice. I saw an episode, very nice. I like that. They're making sisters being natural the norm, and I like that. I don't want it to, I hate when, you got black women who be natural and make it like it's some bizarre thing for you to wear your own natural hair. Like, that's just so out of the norm for me to be myself. These sisters, they making it a natural and normal thing for us to be, for black women to be who they are, and they're not out here being a whore and a slut. So of course, their show is not supported by Hollywood or any big production company because they're not willing to. Obviously, they're not willing to degrade themselves. So I like what they're doing. I love it. I bet you Tyler Perry or that guy Lee Daniels won't come knocking on their door for anything to help them do anything, because they slave master won't let them. Unless they got something negative to say about black people, or some weirdness, or some homosexuality, some black woman acting like a slut or a whore, or a black woman looking like a damn 300-pound linebacker, they not trying to back nothing. You understand? There's no way you can tell me this guy Lee Daniels, who produced Precious and produced Monsters Ball, he's not willing to do every and anything to stay in the graces of these people to make money. You understand that? Now, I drew a line to try to show you, hey, this guy's a homosexual, right? He got a white boyfriend. The woman that wrote, the lady by the name of Sapphire, a black woman, wrote for colored girls who can't see the rainbow or the sun, some nonsense about all these evil black men. You know, notice they was in all on it to produce it. You understand that? These are the people who will do anything for money. They will sell out the image of you black women. You understand that? They will do anything. They will degrade themselves. Hell, I'm waiting for them to show a black woman eating feces. I'm waiting for that. Why not? You know? If they can make a script around, they'll show a black woman walking through the jungle eating feces. Why not? And you black women, a lot of y'all will go see it. Why is she eating doo-doo? Yeah, why not? If you'll support Precious, hell, if you'll support something new, if you'll support what the hell else? Well, y'all ain't even been in that many movies, so whatever. Why not? Nobody wants to go out on a limb and do what these sisters did, who produced Afro City, and do your own thing. See, when you at the behest of people and you'll do anything for money, they can get you. Like I told you, they can smell that on you. They can smell it. Anybody that's willing to sell out for money, they can smell it on you, especially on you black women, because they know a lot of you at the center of your heart, y'all love money. You love money. And they adopt that, they produce that feminine mentality in you black men, because a lot of y'all the same way now. Y'all real materialistic. You got a female nature now. You got to have 50 pair of sneakers, different flavors. You got to have, you got pink sweaters on. You got to have tight pants and 50 pair of sneakers now. You carrying man purses. That because you guys got the mentality of females. Hell, you the new black women. The black man's the new black woman. Well, why not? Why the hell not? This is ridiculous. If you show me where we can see a positive image, you had to go offline. You had to go online to see a positive image of black women in the Afro City thing, in the production in their show. You don't see that in Hollywood. They still producing movies like The Help, and y'all went to go see The Help. You understand? You went to go see that. You tied you black women walking around. That show you that's what they think of you. Ain't nothing changed from Hattie McDaniels to The Help in 2012. In modern day society, you black women still sitting up here watching white kids. You still being nannies to white kids. You understand that? I don't give a goddamn if you tying a Louis Vuitton head scarf around your head and they paying you and whatnot. You still minding their kids from slavery to 2012. You still doing the same thing. You still a mammy. You West Indian women, you American black women. Yeah, I get paid good. So what? So what? That's all it is. That's what it's about. Just money. Not about image, not about what it is, accomplishing something, being somebody. Because y'all love to reject that thing. I ain't no role model. I ain't trying to be a role model and this, that, and the third. So you don't want to take responsibility for that. You understand? You don't even want to be role models for your own children. But like I said, that's the message that's adopted here. That's the message. That's how you could pass off something like. That's why you could pass off a Gabrielle Sabiti running down the street eating chicken. That show you the mind. That shows you the mindset of black people. That shows you the mindset of black people. That you could pass off a movie like that and they'll go see it. You understand? That blew my mind. Y'all went to go see Precious. You understand that? You know? Hell, y'all love that fat black woman image so much, you went to go see Martin Lawrence dressed like that. You go see Tyler Perry dressed like that. You love that fat Aunt Jemima, big woman, big mama house character so much. You know, that run her mouth. That's loud. Just tell it like it is. You love it so much. You see the damn black man do it. You'll stand there and show them and watch the black man do it. It's the 21st century. Nothing changed in the mindset of a lot of our people. Like I said, some of our people are going to evolve mentally. Some of our people are not. You understand that? A lot of our people are not. They're not going to evolve mentally. A lot of you are just withering on the goddamn vine until you fall off and die. You know, I get to the point where I don't even want. Majority of my people, I don't even want to talk to y'all, man. I don't even want to talk to y'all. This society done made you more and more simple-minded, and y'all just go with it. You just go with it. Y'all what simplifies you, makes you more simple-minded, is that y'all still stuck in the last millennium with these images. Y'all still stuck in the same mindset. You understand? You black women, like I said, y'all make it a fashionable thing to whore yourselves out now, because that's what's been talked about in the media. That's what's been put up about you. Every time you turn around, your image, like I said, your image is being downgraded and mocked. You understand? I don't care. Like I said, I don't care if you're dark skinned, you're light skinned, you're thin, you're fat. I don't care. And it's all traced back to the same thing. The light skinned black woman is the whore. The fat black woman is the dark skinned woman is the mammy. And it still continues. From the 20th century into the 21st, hell, from the 19th century to the, let's go back. From the 18th century to the 19th century to the 20th century to the 21st. Still the same thing. And y'all supporting it. That's the only difference now. Was a time when you'd be outraged. Hell, that scene in Monsters Ball was even worse. They said that was a cut. They had to cut it. She was willing. That shows she was willing to do everything. You know. Hell, I'm sure they got somewhere on the floor with Billy Bob's rod in her mouth. I'm pretty sure that's on the cutting room floor somewhere. She was willing to do it. You know, she ain't got no respect for herself. She ain't got no respect for you black women. She ain't got no respect for you, because y'all got that same mentality. Y'all all loners. You ain't trying to be no role model. It's just acting. Why you just talking about it like that? Why it got to be all that? It's not important. It's just a movie. You making too much out of it. Really. And you don't see the correlation between your daughters, who are loose as goddamn goose now. They just all over. You don't see the correlation between them listening to Nicki Minaj and Lil' Kim. You understand? You don't see the correlation between them. Now they lesbians now. You know, they just all over. You don't see that correlation between the music they listen to, the images they watching, you know, and their behavior now. You don't see the correlation, no. You know, that it's just a movie. They're not being programmed. They're not being mentally programmed. No. It's just a movie. It's just entertainment. Why are you tripping? That's what a lot of these ignorant black females would say, not the black woman. See, the black woman, I'm not talking about you sisters, the real sisters, the ones who know what I'm talking about, who are on board with this. The majority of these black females out here, they think, you know, they couldn't listen to this. They just brainwashed. Their minds open to receive garbage. Their mind says open. These are the same black women that sit in the club. I was shocked. I'm sitting in my car one time. Here come two black girls. Here come a car up next to me. Bitch, this, hoes, this, bitch, this, hoes, this, and bitches up, hoes down, and all of this. And I'm thinking there was two guys in the car. It's two girls. Two girls. You know. I'm pretty sure, that little ditty, that little medley, that nice little musical composition they was listening to was done by black men. You know, and I'm pretty sure they wasn't talking about white women being bitches and hoes. I'm pretty sure they was talking about what's next to them, what's in their neighborhood, who they know, which is black women. And I'm sure you know these black females would be in the club dancing to that. And hell, if the guys is there performing, they'll go home with them or in the bathroom. You understand? Why? Because in this society, the image of you black women is your whores, your sluts. You're easy for anybody. You understand that? In this society, you're loose with it. You understand? In this society, you're wild animals. You understand? This is still a statement that's being made about you. Loud, boisterous black women. You understand? What do they do in these reality shows? What do they show of you in these reality shows? Every time you turn around, you black women fighting each other, cursing each other out. Oh, bitch, this and this every 5 minutes. Now they got the white women doing it on that show Mob Wives. You got them doing it. But they and then show you how racist they are. Here they had some kind of Halloween party, something like that. And one of them chicks from the Mob Wives, she comes with gold fronts in her mouth, and she has on a prison jumpsuit with gold fronts in her mouth, and I believe she had like an afro wig or a braided wig on her head. So what statement was she making? Now they got a lot of goddamn nerve because here it is, her father's in the mob, they criminals, and they got the nerve to talk about black people. I found that funny. Hell, even the damn criminals look down on you. Even they look down on you. They sitting up here, they robbing and stealing and selling drugs and whatnot. But whenever, like I said, and they look down on you. You understand? So that's the message that's being sent. And y'all swallowing it hook, line, and sinker. You sit up here and you consume the reality shows, these black women fighting and cussing each other out and all this, acting like wild animals. That's what they want to see. That's what the Hollywood execs want to see. You understand? So, and I'm going to show you how it crosses over into our everyday lives. See, because when you listen to these broadcasts or when you're talking to each other, our people don't want to go to events where they're going to get something from, they're going to get some real knowledge from it, or something that evolves them, change their way of thinking, raise their mentality up. No, our people want to go to events where you got some nigga screaming like a madman, I mean, to the top of his lungs about kill white people, or some nonsense, you know, because that wild mentality is in y'all now. It's bred in you. You desire it now. You understand? You desire it now because you've been fed a steady stream for the last few years of quote-unquote reality TV, which is produced by a production company called Mindless Entertainment. You understand that? You know, that's what it is. Hell, they got you black women wanting to be strippers now. That's the fashionable thing. Telling you about pole dancing classes, so you can learn to dance on somebody's pole. What man's pole? You understand? Pole dancing classes. Really? That, show me an image. Show me the image of a black woman. Show me the image of a black woman that they promote in this society that's a doctor or a lawyer, someone who's intelligent, someone who's going to school, somebody who's with a black man. Last good role model you had was Claire Huxtable in the Cosby Show. That was the last good black role model you had. They let you have that in this society. They let you have that. The Hollywood execs let you have that for like about 8 years, and that was it. After that, then came in your slew of whores and preciouses and menages and everything, menage a trois. All that came in after Claire Huxtable. You understand? They made sure they assassinated that image of a strong black woman who was with her man. They assassinated that. Hell, this generation, half this generation, they was babies when those shows was on, and you saw a strong black woman, a mother, and things like that. And Felicia Rashad, like I said, they continue on in that strong aura of a black woman, intelligent, regal, royal. They continue on. Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin, Felicia Rashad, Angela Bassett. You understand? Real women. You understand? Not Halle Berry, not Nicki Minaj, not Riri, Rihanna, whatever the hell, Beyonce. No, you understand? Real women. But you're fed a steady stream of negative images. So you adopt them. You adopt them. And so much so, like I said, it's the norm to you now. You know, that's why, like I said, you have swallowed everything hook, line, and sinker. You know, you swallow it. So we're waiting for, you know, a movie to come out, and it came out finally. It was that movie with Will Smith and them produced that, where you had Kerry Washington, you know, being with a white man. They made the black man Samuel Jackson the racist. Right, and of course, his daughter, young black female, went against her father and wanted to be around Kerry Washington. And she's telling Kerry Washington, confessing to her, that she likes a young white boy at school. You know, she disobeying her black father. You know, Will Smith and them produced that. Beautiful, right? Beautiful image, right? Young black women, beautiful image. Star Unbreakable.
Thought that it would break me, take me off my course. Fell, pick it up, realign with the source. Back on the horse like a diver. I'm a survivor, victor, picture perfect. Work it till it's short circuit. Think it, speak it, claim it, secret. Ain't it, ancient, cadence, murder, fragrance. Ultraviolet, how I speak when I'm silent. Through my aura, borealis aurora. It's in the bloodline. Liquid sunshine, the heart. Know it and I'm doing my part. Sometimes it's switching a blink like a glitch in the link of a chain. Stay off it, before I lose I'm a forfeit. No bowing to the corporate, the devil's in the pulpit. Applaud this, flawless, spit gorgeous. Justice for the lawless, that real rawness. Unbreakable, can't block the flow. Won't take my soul, oh, oh, no, no. Unbreakable, can't block the flow. Won't take my soul, oh, oh, no, no. You talk reckless, but softer than the pearl necklace. We out of balance, let's correct it. Stay connected, we resurrectless. Then over on the next mission, the womb must be protected and respected. I say, no more victim, that's the mission. Deal with truth every day. Gotta make it over, that's the only way. Go against the grain, work through the pain to get joy. Something to hold on, Myrna Lloyd. Survival of the fit, we intent, brethren. 7 steps to heaven, wafers unleavened, communion with the interstellar. Ginger leather, shooting dice with Christ, looking for my Cinderella. Dana Dane flow, plain Jane no, punky rooster with the colorful mainframe glow. Life been bananas, welfare and tannin, regardless. Cry freedom if you really want it. Unbreakable, can't block the flow. Won't take my soul, oh, oh, no, no. Unbreakable, can't block the flow. Won't take my soul, oh, oh, no, no. Think about the timing while you planning and designing. Strong under pressure, morphed into a diamond, shining brighter than some Twinkies on a hog. Grinding, creeping through and seeping like a fog. Something inside of me, guiding me, keeps reminding me to rewind and see. No following blindly, the worst is behind me. Every cell of my being responding to freedom. That's where it starts first, feeling DNA first. Like a climax all through your body. Such a rush, tight, fast lane in Maserati. Kept my guard up in case they wanna start stuff. Life it'll call bluff even if you're all tough. Knock your block off, trying to get your rocks off. Turntables, cause we able to win. Unshakable, we rooted firm, breaking them in. Breaking them in. Breaking them in. Unbreakable, can't block the flow. Won't take my soul, oh, oh, no, no. Unbreakable, can't block the flow. Won't take my soul, oh, oh, no, no. Unbreakable, can't block the flow.
If you destroy the image of the woman, you are going to destroy the people. I'm going to say it again. If you destroy the image of the woman, you're going to destroy the people. In this society, the white woman is placed on a pedestal, right? She, you have many different images of the white woman, but if you notice, they never really downgrade the image of the white woman that's the blonde hair, blue eyed. She's always in a relationship or she's decent or something like that. And they do that. I mean, they got images of white women where some of them have the slut image and things like that. But if you have so many different images of white women, then it's not anything to have these different images, of them, because you so used to seeing images of them where they're in, where they're just totally at every level. They show them at every level of their existence. You see the Asian woman, they always show the Asian woman as being celestial. The white man has the Asian woman on a pedestal as his special celestial woman, because they never really, downgrade the Asian woman. The black woman is the only one they drag through the mud. You understand? She's the only one they drag through the mud. So much so, like I said, that black women, by looking at these images that are constantly put out, because like I said, something happened when a lot of you black women started, you were left alone at your own devices, and a lot of you started becoming natural. A lot of you started trying to develop a sisterhood type of image with each other, So that had to be combated. In comes Nicki Minaj, and she's being used. See, because I watched, and I'm not dogging because I understand. I watched a thing on her one time, a little documentary on VH1 or MTV, one of them, and she just basically seems like, from what I see, she seems like someone who's tortured, someone who doesn't really want to do what she's being made to do, but she has to do it because she's trying to make sure her family's taken care of and that she keeps money. You understand? All for the love of money, but she's trying to take care of her family. She seems like someone who's genuine, who loves her family, but the thing about that is, when you have the money and you have all these things and whatnot, eventually you're going to see that everything that you did to get it, all the people that you sacrificed along the way, the image, even your image that you were willing to sacrifice, and the images of other women, it'll always come back to hit you like a ton of bricks in some way, shape, or form. Hell, she might be somewhere getting something to eat, and she runs into some chick who acting like the Nicki Minaj character, with a red wig on her head, acting like a damn fool, talking about Barbie. Next thing you know, chick spit her rays out and cut her. That happened. I said when Biggie was around, they talk all that drug dealing stuff and killing people and stuff like that. And what was his fate? Right? He got killed. He talked about he was ready to die. So sometimes images you put out, be careful of the images you put out, because they will come back to you. And they don't always come back in a positive way. You understand? Be careful of those images you put out. Hell, she could end up having a daughter that acts like that character. I used to say Luther Campbell, that guy from the 2 Live crew, who had he's the one that started that whole booty clapping, the black woman with her ass out and the G-string and whatnot. He's the one that started that madness out of Miami. I said, but then he turns around and marries a black woman who's a doctor, I believe. He makes sure his daughters go into some like private school or something like that. He makes sure his family stays away from that end, right? But don't be surprised, Luther, if your daughter's on some pole somewhere, because you helped to put that image out there. You helped to push that image. You understand? That's like the guy who goes and sells drugs in the neighborhood, sells dope or whatever in the neighborhood, then he turn around and find his son with a needle stuck in his arm, dead somewhere. So the filth that you put out, you understand, and you try to put out away from your backyard to eat or to flourish your garden, will eventually raise up weeds that will come back and choke you or attack what you're doing. It happens. You black women that are out there selling the hell out to push these images at the behest of your employers. Be careful. Because, like I said, when you're doing the wrong thing, it always has a way of coming back to you. I warned somebody about that earlier today. You know, when you're doing the wrong thing, it'll come back to bite you, and always not always in a good spot. You know, I talked about Angela Bassett. You know, they stayed in Hollywood for years trying to get her to take her clothes off. She wouldn't do it. They stayed trying to get her to degrade herself. She wouldn't do it. Not many women would be strong enough to withstand that. Would be strong enough to withstand that racism and things that you go through out there in that world. The temptation to sell out, to disrespect each other, to disrespect black women. A lot of black women are leaving off. I heard a lot of black women were leaving off of television shows, certain television shows, because they refused to disrespect or be, you know, a part of something that would disrespect black women or downgrade black women. You know, but you're always going to have a new grade or a new generation, you understand, of women that are willing to do that for money or willing to lend their image to you know, something to get paid for. Like the black woman who took the picture for the abortion thing, where it says on the billboard, the most dangerous place for a baby to be is in the womb of an African American baby to be is in the womb of a black woman. Right? Now, why would they put that message up there like that on billboards? Why would that be the message? You understand? Why would you put a message like that out? Why would they care about black children being aborted? Do they really care, or was that just a slap at the black woman for being cold and heartless and careless and looks at abortion, who's been taught to look at abortion as simply throwing out garbage? You understand? That could it have been that here's a woman who has no maternal instinct. When at one point in time, you know, when you were in slavery, they looked at you as the one who had all the maternal instinct because they had you suckling. The white slave masters' children would suck on your breast for milk. You would nurse their children off of your milk. The black woman, you would take care of their children when they didn't want to have anything really to do with their children. They were very cold and offset from their children. You understand? They were very standoffish with their own children. That's why you see them thing where the little white kids are, "Mammy, Mammy," running to the black woman. You understand that? They would do that, and they would promote that, and they do that today again. They make sure these white couples, these white yuppie couples, they make sure when they looking for a nanny for their children, they looking for a black woman. Preferably a West Indian black woman or older black woman, older American black woman for their children, a mammy image, right? They don't want no white woman for their kids because they know the white women damn sure don't want no white women to watch after her kids, especially not them Eastern European white women, because the white women know that they're not maternal. They don't really have a maternal instinct, so they damn sure don't want no other white woman who doesn't have any maternal instinct watching their kids, because that's where that whole idea of the nanny cams came from, because the white women who they get these white women to watch their kids, they're beating the hell out their kids, smacking them in their face. To come back, kids got bruises on. Oh, I don't know what happened, Mrs. I don't know what happened. You know, hitting them on the head with stuff. You go looking at them videos and whatnot where you see you barely gonna see a black woman. You know, you barely gonna see a black woman abusing any children. She might beat the hell out of her own kids, but she ain't gonna beat none of them white kids. You understand that? You know? Yeah. So that's the mentality. That's bred in our people. You understand? For a young black boy to not look at a black woman nowadays as his wife, because you rarely gonna see a black man taking a black woman as his wife. It's getting, marriage amongst our people is getting few and far in between. You know why that is? Because the image of the black woman is getting dirtier and dirtier. You understand that? You'll see a black man, he'll go and take a woman from another race and make her his wife now. He won't take the black woman because the image of the black woman is getting dirtier and dirtier. You ain't going to see an East Indian woman. You ain't going to see her clapping her butt cheeks. Not that she got any butt to clap anyway, but what I'm saying is you're not going to see them doing that. You're not going to see the Asian woman riding down a pole somewhere. You know, that she ain't going to be on the magazine with her ass out. You know? They're not going to do that. You know? They're not going to do that. They're not going to be in no magazines doing any of that. That's what makes them more appealing to the black man now. You're going to see these young black men right now, they'll, you know, the ones who's supposed to be so intelligent, college educated, they running around with the Asian woman. Or they got a white woman. You know? And a lot of black women can't figure out, well, why are you with her? She ain't got no ass. She ain't got no this. She ain't got no that. Because he ain't about that. He looking for somebody who ain't got it all out there on display like that. You know? And like I said, it's not the type of thing, like I said, I'm not a prude. I like the sister shape or whatnot, but I don't went overboard with that. Now you got the rappers, they starting magazines with the black woman with her ass out. You know? The G-string. Now, like I said, I like if a magazine is done tastefully and you have a woman, I could look at a woman nude, a black woman nude, before I could see, because I told somebody before, objectifying a woman is putting a G-string on in the crack of her behind. That's objectifying the woman and having her butt cheeks spread, because you're saying that's a piece of meat. But if you show a full shot of a black woman with no clothes on, like how we used to be in Egypt, where you see a black woman in Egypt with, you know, it's a beautiful thing. It can be a beautiful thing. You know, if you're showing it and being artistic and tasteful about it, and it's a theme behind it. But, you know, most of these black men, like I said, they picked up that image of the black woman as a piece of ass from the white man. They picked it up from them. You know, that's where they picked it up from. You know, they continuing on with that madness. You know, so that image permeates the mind of the black man. Snoop Dogg, he goes, check this out. Remember the Girls Gone Wild thing, where you had the white guy? He made all that money off of Girls Gone Wild. The guy's name is Joe Francis. He would go around like in Florida and places like that, and he would show white girls all freaked out of their mind, and all kissing on each other, and you know, they would show all of that. The white women being freaks and things like that. So what does Snoop Dogg do? He comes and says, I'm going to do a Black Girls Gone Wild. And somebody asks, well, Snoop, why would you do that? You know what Snoop's answer was? And I'm going to give it to you raw and uncut what he said. He said, because black bitches could get freaky too. Snoop Dogg, he loves so much. You know? Yeah, as if we need to see any more negative images of black women. We need more of that. It ain't enough to go in the magazine rack and see black women with their butt cheeks spread open and with G-strings on. You know what I mean? That's not enough to see that. We need to see black women, because 9 times out of 10, black women ain't getting wild like that. Black women ain't gonna be kissing each other on camera and freaking. They ain't doing all that, unless it's some pornography or something like they getting paid for. Black women ain't just the white girl. They'll do that to drop a dime. They'll do that all on camera. They get freaked out, you know. But now the new because it was a time, like I said, where the black man would look at the white woman as the freak, and he would treat his woman with respect. He goes to the white woman to do things to him that the black woman wasn't going to do. Menage a trois, threesomes, or all kind of bodily fluids involved, if you know what I'm talking about. Now it's all love with the black woman. She's the new freak of the millennium. You understand? She could be seen with her butt cheeks out. Like I said, it's not tasteful like how Hugh Hefner do it in Playboy or Hustler. Not Hustler, they nasty, but I'm saying it's not as tasteful as what Hugh Hefner do in Playboy and stuff like that, where if you look at how he does it, he accentuates the white woman. The blonde hair, blue-eyed white woman, he accentuates her. You know? He puts her on the pedestal. That's why he does it so good. That's why you got black women who wouldn't mind posing for Playboy. Because Playboy has a way of doing things where it accentuates the woman's beauty and her image of nudity. It accentuates it. It places nudity, a new woman on the pedestal. It's not nothing nasty or degrading where a woman got a string up her behind and all this other nonsense and got oiled up and clapping her butt cheeks for men and what. Come on, man. That is so whack. That is so whack. you know. But that just shows you the mentality and how it's passed on. It just shows you. You know? You had Monique, she was sticking up for this whole heavy-set black woman thing. You know, ain't nothing wrong with being heavy-set. Ain't nothing. And to the point whereas a lot of you black women now in the hoods and whatnot, if you see a black woman trying to eat healthy and jog and stay in shape, a lot of you black women will sit up here and go and try to downgrade her. Why are you trying to be white? You know, y'all say something stupid like that. Why are you trying to be white? Why are you trying to lose weight and get in shape? You know, just because she don't want to move into a goddamn bucket of ice cream like you. She don't want to take up residence in a bucket of ice cream and some cream soda. You know, she don't want the precious body. You know, because the black woman want to stay in shape. There's something wrong with that. Y'all sit up here and you know, y'all got that precious mentality. Y'all don't want to stay in a lot of the Negro women. They don't want to stay in shape. They promote that in their daughters. Look at that. Look at. It was I was watching a skit Beyond Scared Straight, and you see the black girls that was enrolling in the Beyond Scared Straight thing, and they had the black girls with their daughters up there, and they was getting in trouble, and the black woman was sitting up there talking about, I don't know why my daughter she getting in trouble. Why, you know, we got a happy home. She all fat and nasty with tattoos all over and whatnot, looking like a goddamn sailor. You know, like many men done ran through her house. She done had many men. You understand? But and probably molested the daughter. But then you wonder why she acting like that? Why she acting out? I don't know why she acting like that. She got 50 damn weaves, colored weaves in her head, looking like a damn sea beast. You understand? All just nasty. But I don't know why Shaquisha acting like that. And a lot of you black women got a Shaquisha attitude. A lot of you black females, got a Shaquisha attitude. Even at the heart of some of you sisters that's supposed to be so-called quote-unquote conscious, a lot of y'all got a Shaquisha mentality. You understand? A lot of you got that. Hell, you got a lot of these women that's in that conscious thing, that's doing pornography or then did pornography. Then they want to come out here and start being blackified now. Because that's the thing. They adopted that mentality in the society, that image, that message. The messages that are being made about you on billboards, on TV, on and newspapers and print ads. It don't stop. And the sick thing about it is you're perpetuating it. That's the sick thing about it. Still dope. Be right back.
I need to use more power.
I'm still dope, even if the bag ain't coach, even if I don't smoke till the hydro roach. I'm still dope, rock a thrift store coat and a fresh pair of moccasins, comfortable for walking in, no A&R marketing. This is my reality. Still dope, power walk, burning off the calories, fact and not fallacy. Metal face family, imminent fatality, taking us to casualty. I got it, it's cool, just part of the school, and I'm acing the lesson this time, so quit stressing. Still dope, vibrant natural game, no ring, no chain, still bringing the pain. Still dope, got no choice but to cope. Listen, take notes, I'm showing you the ropes. Still dope, very high dosage. My approach is lights out, buenas noches. Hold my glasses so I can get critics. Send them home, tail tuck, holding they fitted. Cold as a Guinness, one punch miss. Yo, chill, watch the table, a fish might slip. Crack jokes, spit, hot mad shit. That's what it's made for, cop that quick. Drop that dick, butterfinger oopsie. By the way, you're publishing for Jordans and a Lucy. The old 1-2C, solo not groupie. All over they ass like sweats by Juicy. Cats and puss like Sagwa and Morris. Stay spitting lines, there is no chorus. Deploying the troublesome, sleeping bubblegum, that's a double dumb. Hum if you feel where I'm coming from. Do it to your lips and them, you gotta go for it. I stay moving forward, I baby bear courage. Knick-knack, paddywhack, fuck your critics. This time on the grind when it comes to the finish. Conquer the end, vicious like Kid Blow. Not an info, it's for this show. She rock mics, you wait to exhale. She rock shows like DMC, rock Adele. She rock shells, manicure nails, rock for every bell with a sip to inhale. Holding she own Kona homegrown shrubbery. Won't go hungry, the flow too lovely. Leaving grills tinted on the sous vide rented. Classic is vintage and polish is all tinted, raw business. Like how the wifeys get hit it, authentic. The track is so loved, I'm all in.
Word to Leo, Straya and Lito, flow, movie, trio, roll the dice, Chico. Live crazy, deep and insanely sleep with strangely sleep with one eye open, not joking, outspoken, provoking and choking, ego stroking his name. Word bonded and James, go along with the flame, way ahead of the game, still playing the same. Royalty in my veins, it'll always remain, forever doing my thing. Solo with who I can hang, like he banging he lane, breathing into the yang. They got placenta for brain, testing my venomous flame. Who's the bit for bangs, they ready for change. Some people think I'm deranged, others a little bit strange, just trying to battle my cane, cause I'm way out of their range.
Bring Star to me. You are a mutant exactly like her.
There was a movie back in the 60s called The Liberation of L.B. Jones. I believe that's the name of it. I'm trying to think who played. It was a guy by the name of I'm trying to think of this actor. Roscoe Lee Brown. He's dead right now, and he's you might know him from the 70s. He's bald on the top and he has hair on the sides, and he had one of those deep. You could tell he's one of them Shakespearean Negroes. He did the Shakespeare and stuff like that, and he played this part in Liberation of L.B. Jones. His black woman in there, I forget. I think I'm trying to remember who played that part, but in that part, she was sleeping with the white man and disrespecting him, and he didn't want to be with her no more. So the white man tried to force her to still be with him. Tried to force him to still be with her. He treated her like trash or had her like trash, and that made a very deep impact on me. And I just started thinking about it today, about how they fostered the whole mindset of the black woman betraying the black man. They fostered that. You see the black woman in corporate America. When she told the black man, and what's that movie that Tyler Perry made called not Four Little Girls, Daddy's Little Girls. She said when he told Gabrielle Union he was trying to get his kids right, he said, "Come on, sister. I'm not your sister. That's just so typical of you." And I like that movie because it talked about it kept it real about the corporate black woman. It kept it very real about, because once she get around the white man, it's a whole new ball game. Once she get around, she gets in that realm, it's a whole new ball game. Whole new ball game. She forget. She gets amnesia. She even she can even be trained to desire the white man. You black women, a lot of y'all being geared toward that anyway. Y'all being geared to, we all, especially y'all in this conscious movement. I don't want to talk about this black stuff no more. We all human. We all one. I see a lot of that going on in the so-called conscious movement, where y'all ain't for the black man no more. Y'all for everybody. Y'all, we are the world. Y'all open to everybody now. In the so-called conscious movement, y'all after a while, it could be the blackest sister with the biggest fro, and you turn around, might see her walking down the street in Manhattan with a white boy on her arm. Because you bought into that mindset that you for everybody. You for everybody. That's what the white man promotes. The black woman is for everybody. The white woman is for the white man. The Asian woman is for the white man if he wants. The black woman is for the white man if he wants. But his white woman is just for him. Or and whatever leftovers he got, whatever outhouse backwoods pets he got left that he don't want, he give it to the black man, his leftovers. That's what and the black man just so happy. He's just so happy, because he's running away from you, and he running to the white woman. Ice-T, good example. They put Coco, his woman, on in the Black Men magazine. Her and her sister with their ass out. Right? They put them on there. The black men was salivating over that. White girls with big butts. Ooh, the black man was salivating over that. See, because how they do in this society, that's all really the black man was waiting on. Why they pushing that? Because that's what a lot of you black men was waiting on. You was waiting on white girls. The only reason a lot of you black men, you black males, you understand? The only reason a lot of you black males ain't run off with the white woman is because she ain't got a big behind. But let a white woman let a lot of white women start getting butt implants. They'll go and be with the white woman in a heartbeat. they'll go be with her in a heartbeat. Let her have a bigger behind, you know, in a heartbeat, because he's being trained to dislike his black woman. He's being trained to despise his black woman in every avenue, in every, walk of life, daily. You can go online right now and see the Israelites cursing the black women out on the street. You can see them. Black, nappy-headed images and this, that, and the third. You can see them now. Don't tell me that's not a product of the environment, but also a product of what they see on TV. The images of the black woman. You understand? All that's a product of that. They crafted out your images. Their image, their mindset of you has not changed. Halle Berry sat up there and was proud to get a medal, a tin trophy for being degraded. What does that say about you black women who wish y'all was in that spot? A lot of you was like, oh, don't hate on Halle. It's just the best time of her life. And she got the award, and you simple-minded nigger women did that. Nigger female, excuse me. I'm not talking about the black women. Y'all sat up there and y'all did that. With your weaves glued on your head. With your permed out weaves because you want to be like the white woman. And you cackling back and bucking your head back. I don't talk about Halle like that. You all got that Shaquisha in you. That was the Shaquisha and Halle in them. Shaquisha would do something like that. And you black women who trying to raise decent daughters who are going to be strong black women in society, is that what you want? They got Shaquisha up in them. They got a Shaquisha, I bet you they got a Shaquisha who's their friend. They got a Shaquisha who's their friend, who love Nicki Minaj, who want to be Barbie dolls. What is that they telling you? They trying to craft your image after a white doll. Trying to craft a black woman after a white doll. A stick figure. A false image of a white woman. These people push these images for a reason. Nicki Minaj with straight wigs on her head, blonde wigs on her head, trying to act like and talking about Barbie. Because they want you to be in the image, formless, shapeless, mindless of a anatomically correct piece of material. That's what they want. This is what they want. This is what they want for the black woman, so that they can craft you and shape you. Everything is done for a reason. She didn't just pick Barbie out of the damn. Somebody picked that image for her to put out. And you black women, y'all bought into it. You walking around with Barbie nameplates and Barbie name chains. Young black women. There's no image for them to emulate or something to look to, because you black women are not. You don't want to be role models. Majority of you don't want to be role models. I used to say back in the 60s, when I see them sisters, before my time, but in the 60s, when I seen old footage of them sisters in the MGT who was in the nation, like I said, they were strong women. They got down on them sisters and whatnot, made sure they was correct. Even the old church sisters, they tried to make sure the sisters were somewhat correct, and they doing it. But, it's a whole new ball game. Images are being programmed. Statements are being made in the new millennium. Statements are being made about you. The image, it's the same statement that have been being made for the last 400 years is continuing. But this time, y'all buying it. This time, y'all selling it. This time, y'all going to see it and you're supporting it. You set up here, and, like I said, I'm going to say it again. You set up here and you black men went to go see For Colored Girls. You went to go see Precious. You went to go see Monsters Ball. You understand? You went to go see that garbage. You understand? Y'all actually spent your money to see that. You spent your money to watch Puffy get walked to an electric chair and Halle Berry get bent over and freaked off by some nasty looking white man. You spent money to see that. That was good. Y'all cried with Halle when she got her award and she cooned out on TV and cooned out. That was the biggest coon act since Cuba Gooding did a backflip for acting like some over-the-top nigga in some movie. Now where you see him at? You don't see him no more, do you? You understand? They use these people. They use them. You understand? They use them. The people you love so much, they use them. They're just fodder, and they're for folly. They sit around, these guys, the white men that sit up here and produce these, but they sit up here and laugh at these niggas. They laugh at them. They even laugh at you for going to see it. You understand that? Y'all will pay for y'all will pay for your own. Y'all that hungry for movies. You couldn't do something like what them sisters did in Afro City, and I keep talking about them. I'm gonna keep bigging them sisters up at Afro City for wearing their natural hair and standing up in a time where they don't want the images of black women being her natural self and being intelligent, and being beautiful and intelligent. 4 beautiful sisters, from the light-skinned sister to the darker-skinned sister, loving every shade and complexion and every full image of the black woman for her natural hair being proud. I love that. Go check out the images Afro City on YouTube. I believe that show plays on YouTube. Afro City. And I guess it's supposed to be a take on Sex in the City, but it's a beautiful thing. You understand? More black women, more black men need to come together and do that. Take control of your own images. See, because when you don't do that, you're damning another generation. You're damning another generation to more Aunt Jemima, more Hattie McDaniels, aka the modern day Hattie McDaniels, Precious Gabrielle Sabiti. You know, more Dorothy Dandridges, aka the modern day Halle Berrys, who sit up here and talk this crap about when you ask them they take these roles. Oh, well, we had to do that because there wasn't no roles back in the day, so we had to because we was trying to open doors. Well, man, give me a break. All right, you niggas just wanted to get paid. Knock it off. Stop trying to act like you was just doing something because it was just something, you didn't really want to do it, but you did it because we were trying to just do something, for the future generation, so they wouldn't have to do it and make it easier. And stop it. Knock it off. You wasn't thinking about that. You wanted to get paid and you wanted to be around white people. That's it. You wanted to get paid and be around white people. Don't come with this thing where you was trying to be a martyr and you trying to be the first one of all people to make it. They still got a lot of these Negroes around talk that madness. Like they did something, they made such a big sacrifice. I told you before in the sellout show, it don't take much to sell out. You understand? It don't take much to sell out and degrade your people. It don't take much. It didn't take these women. It didn't take all these people who did something new for these black women to sit up on that goddamn radio show and talk, oh, this movie going to be hot, y'all. It's something new, But Simon Baker with his fine self, his goddamn white man look like he falling apart. And Sanaa Lathan had the nerve to say that with a straight face. He's fine. You black women will say anything. A lot of y'all, not black women, excuse me, not the black, you black females will say anything for a goddamn paycheck. You worse than the black males. You are emotionally and mentally bankrupt. You stand for nothing. You people that'll push this image, you're nothing but a bunch of puppets. That's why I said I watch these things just to see what our people doing, but I look at it like it's a big circus. It's a big circus. And like I said, it's just a cavalcade of niggas just marching through this life. That's what it is. No ifs, ands, or buts. We always going to keep it 100% up here. This is the 100% show. You ain't going to turn on this broadcast and hear me talking about some goddamn Matrix movies or some space aliens or some black power or some black nationalism or some dead black Power Ranger nonsense. You're not going to hear that. You're going to get the truth raw and uncut from a higher perspective, an intelligent perspective. You understand? That's what our people need to be. This is what our people need to be. The lifeline should be of our people today. Because this is dealing with the future of where we're going. We don't need no more fantasy island, no more stupidity. We don't hear no stupidity on these things. Because we have something, we good to have something like this. It's good to have something like Blog Talk. It's good to have something like Facebook where we can reach each other in different cities and talk to each other and make a lifeline and a radio broadcast for ourselves that's international. It's a beautiful thing. You know, but what do? We got niggas sitting up here talking about talking about the Matrix and Pan Africanism and astrology, you know, kind of madness. That's not going to move our people forward in the future, or some Black Power Ranger nonsense. That's not going to move our people forward in the future. You understand? Our people will do more things to waste time than this. Like I said, and in the meantime, in between time, you're consuming this false nonsense. You consuming this false nonsense. You being a joke for the white man. You niggas are just a running joke in America. You just a running joke. Just like y'all with this Trayvon thing. You understand? Now y'all all jumping behind this. Y'all making Trayvon T-shirts. You niggas sitting up here talking about where we gonna buy the bar and toast in the name of Trayvon. There was somebody on Facebook that actually did that, and I said, you know what? You people who doing that, you know what I'm saying? There should be a special place. If there is a hell, if there was a hell, there should be a special place in it for you. Because, like I said, it's just something to do. Y'all don't really care about this young man. It was just something to do. Just like you black women, or you black females, who sit up here and betray the image of black women. See, it's black females portraying black women. And you black women should out them. You shouldn't support them. You shouldn't support these pictures. If you black women are going to school to make movies and whatnot and trying to make movies, y'all need to get together and form your own film companies. Put your stock up on the market and set up your own film companies. Produce your own pictures if you want to see your images change. That's how you do things. You don't sit up here and complain that, oh, the white man, why he got to make our images look bad? Because that's what he do. That's what he do. He don't have to give you no good images. You're not his people. This is what he thinks of you. He's he's showing you on screen, on billboards, in magazines, in music, and in videos what he thinks of you. He thinks you black women are a bunch of savages, sexual savages, and nasty fat mammies. That's what he thinks of you. You know, this is what he thinks of you. And it's his money. He can do what he wants with it. I'm not getting down on the white man for presenting these images. Hey, it's his money. He can do what he want to do. I'm not getting down on him for that. I'm not mad at him for that. He can do what he want to do. It's his magazines. It's his television stations. It's his movie companies. He can do whatever he wants. It's his billboards. He can do whatever he wants. If he want to show you black women dressed like gorillas with bananas in your goddamn mouth, why not? But I'm pretty sure you'll find a black woman that's willing to put on a gorilla costume, or put on a bend over like a gorilla and hold a banana in her mouth for enough money. Just like LeBron James was willing to pose with the damn white woman with a damn basketball in his hand like King Kong on Vogue. You understand that? You could get these Negroes to degrade your people. That's why I talk up the separation of our people all the time. That's why we advocate that in the state of Mental. Our people out here who feel decent, who are the decent ones, who are looking to the next level, who are thinking about the future, that's why I advocate this. That's why I do these broadcasts. I'm not doing this because I care about what these niggas are doing. I don't care about what these black females are doing and the image of the black female that they trying to pass off as black women. That's just black females imitating black women at the behest of their employers to dirty up your image further. You understand? I do this because I'm advocating a separation in our people. In order for the best ones, the intelligent ones of our people to move forward, who are going to separate themselves from this image. Because a lot of you black females, y'all keep this image going. You feed this image. You feed the stereotype every day in your life. You feed the stereotype. You wild. You act like an animal, a lot of you. You understand? You laying up with 50 niggas. You are doing that. You are sitting around 300 pounds. You overweight. You did move into a tub of ice cream, a lot of y'all. Y'all live in y'all refrigerator. And y'all don't want to hear nothing. You ain't trying to hear nothing to change yourself, a lot of y'all. That's the truth. So you take the women who do want to change and want better, and the men who want to change and want better, and you form something new and move on with them. Leave the dead where they laying at. Leave them where they at, and move on. See, because a new race of children could be born, and you don't have to produce that mentality in them. But as long as we are amongst you people who don't mind dragging the image of the black woman through the mud and putting on that mask and whatnot for a paycheck, long as we amongst you, long as we supporting your movies, long as you sitting there paying your money, then go sit in the goddamn seat and shake your head like, this is a shame, this is terrible, but you paid your money to go see it. Long as we sit there and support that, that's what we can expect. That's what we can expect. And like I said, it's not the white man's fault. It's not his fault. He can do whatever he wants to. It's just he don't owe you images in Hollywood. So all you guys in Hollywood talking about, oh well, Hollywood ain't producing this. Well, why don't y'all get together and do your own thing? You understand? Get together and do your own thing. Because most of these black men that you look into to give a positive image of a black woman, they ain't gonna do it neither. Because they already drunk the Kool-Aid. They already done accepted the poison of the images of a black woman. They already done accepted that. I mentioned Spike Lee. I told you about She Gotta Have It. That's his first movie. You understand that? I'm not saying that our people gotta have rosy images and things like that. Some of our people are quirky and they off and whatnot. But like I said, we get enough of that. And we've seen enough of that. So why can't we see a picture with Angela Bassett playing Queen T? You understand? Denzel Washington playing somebody playing I don't know, Uncle and Aunt or somebody, I don't know. A picture about Egypt that we make independently. Why can't we talk? Why we can't think like that? Why are you waiting for Hollywood to produce films for you, produce images to society, produce better images and billboards for you, produce magazines for you? Why are you waiting on that? You're going to be waiting. They do that for themselves because it's their thing. We should do our own thing. You understand? And it's not just talk, because I'm tired of black people just talking about it. You understand? Black people want to talk about it but don't want to be about it. When you start talking about action and doing stuff, black people don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. They want to sit around and talk about Precious or talk about basketball wives. You understand? Or some goddamn Jules Santana and hip hop honeys or whatever the hell that show is, hip hop, love and hip hop, or some more goddamn stupidity. Some black women throwing drinks in each other's faces and acting like animals, fighting each other. That's what y'all have. Atlanta housewives or whatever, or the Braxtons. This is the image of you black women. You understand? This is the image, the modern day image of you black women. It ain't changed. A bunch of black women, the Braxton show, these black women sitting around here looking ridiculous, looking like clowns with goddamn white women wigs on their heads, with makeup, too much goddamn makeup on their face. They look awful. They look like I'm gonna be honest. They look like a bunch of corpses. They look like corpses. They look like when you see a corpse. They look like corpses. All that goddamn makeup and fake hair on their face, they look like corpses. They look like they need to just lay down in the coffin. And this is what you black women sitting up here getting entertained off. This is what you want to see. Unbelievable. You understand? This is what they feed you. This is what you consume. You understand? This is what we should be sitting around gathering. I should be getting calls on this line, and y'all should be gathering around listening to this, because this is helping for the mental evolution of our people. This is all I'm about. You understand? Our people should be sitting up here listening to this, calling in, weighing in. What we going to do next, brother? What's the next move? What can we do to counter these images? What can we do as a people to bring something new forward? No, what like I said, majority of people sitting around, they watching the Braxtons. It's Atlanta housewife night. Oh no, she didn't. Or they laying up with some simple-minded nigga talking about nothing. That's the majority of our people. That's the majority of those who look like it, not our people. You understand? I say all the time, and I'm going to constantly say, just because you're my color don't mean you're my kind. We got to get started to understand that. You know. You're not, Patrice. You're not the only one that talks about them wigs. We see it. Like I said, they look awful, and I'm pretty sure the people that style them and do them wigs, they probably laugh at them. They probably said because the white man probably some gay guys styling their wigs. And probably like, let's see how ridiculous we can make them look this week. You know, they probably sit there and laugh at them because there's no way serious that you could sit in and they could actually go in there and they think that looks good. All that power on it. And Toni Braxton, she seemed like the one who ain't just totally, she seemed like she got a little sense. I don't even think she want to do it. I think that's just about money. She need money. She seemed like the only one that got sense. Just like the damn, the first one to open the door for that madness was, Flavor of Love. And you black women, like I said, sitting up here, all trying to get with Flavor Flav of all people. This coon. You understand? Y'all trying to run and get with Flavor Flav. Acting like whores and all that to get with him. Or what's the one with the one Keisha Cole with her mother and all of them. These are the images y'all want. Y'all flock to that. We come to the end of our broadcast. I enjoyed this. I don't do this to vent or anything, but I'm just saying, I'm just saying, we breeding a new system, man. We talking about breeding a new woman out of the black woman. Forget the black woman, man. We talking about breeding another woman out of the black woman, a new woman, a new man from the black males, new men, new women from the black males and females, those who are amongst them. We talking about raising our people up a new people. That's the only way that we're gonna win in this war of evolution, because there is a war on our people. You understand? Don't get caught up off by this Trayvon thing, because that's just window dressing for a bigger thing that's at hand. We're in a mental war right here, and we're going to discuss that. I'll be back on Friday. I'm going to try out Friday night, and I'm going to let you know what the topic is. Friday it's going to be fire as usual, and we're about to go. I'm out. I am the intellectual Nuben Menkares. This is State of Mentel Radio. Look for me on Friday at 9 o'clock. I'm going to make a topic hot for you, because I said I'm going to be on these airways banging them out 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. All right? So, good night. Think about what I said, please, and let's move forward. Peace.
I need to use more power.
I'm still dope, even if the bag ain't coach, even if I don't smoke till the hydro roach. I'm still dope. Rock a thrift store coat and a fresh pair of moccasins. Comfortable for walking in, no A&R marketing. This is my reality. Still dope, power walk, burning off the calories. Fact and not fallacy. Metal face family, imminent fatality, taking us to casualty. I got it, it's cool, just part of the school, and I'm acing the lesson this time, so quit stressing. Still dope, vibrant natural game, no ring, no chain, still bringing the pain. Still dope, got no choice but to cope. Listen, take notes, I'm showing you the ropes. Still dope, very high dosage. My approach is lights out, buenas noches. Hold my glasses so I can get rid of it. Send them home, tail tuck, holding they fitted. Cold as a dentist. One punch miss, yo chill, watch the table. A fish might flip, crack jokes, spit, hot mad shit. That's what it's made for. Cop that quick, drop that Vic. Butterfinger oopsie. By the way, you're publishing for Jordans and a Lucy. The old 1-2C, solo not groupie. All over they ass like sweats by Juicy. Cats and puss like Sagwa and Morris. Stay spitting lines, there is no chorus. Deploying the troublesome, sleeping bubblegum, that's a double done. Hum if you feel where I'm coming from. Do it to your lips and then you gotta go for it. I stay moving forward, I baby bear porridge. Knick-knack, paddywhack, fuck your critics. This time on the grind when it comes to the finish. Conquer the edge, dishes like Sid Blow. Not an info, empress for this show. She rock mics, you wait to exhale. She rock shows like DMC rock Adele. She rock shells, manicured nails, rock for every veil with a sip to inhale. Holding she own cone of homegrown shrubbery. Won't go hungry, the flow too lovely. Leaving grills tinted on the sous vide rented. Classic is vintage and polish is all tinted, raw business. Like how them wifeys get hit it, authentic. The track is so loved, I'm all in it, all quit it. Of course I'm inclined to shine, did it. Line for line with it, climbing infinite. Tú no sabes, yo soy un bien mala madre. Confident aren't we? Playing it smartly. Word to Dios, Estrella and Lito, flow, movie, trio, roll the dice, Chico, live crazy, decent, insanely sweet with strangely sleep with one eye open, not joking, outspoken, provoking and choking, ego stroking his name, word Bonds than James, go along with the flame, way ahead of the game, still playing the same, royalty in my veins, it'll always remain, forever doing my thing, solo with who I can hang, like he banging he lang, bringing into the game, they got some center for brains, testing my venomous flame, who's the bitter for bangs, they ready for change, some people think I'm deranged, others a little bit strange, just trying to rattle my cane, cause I'm way out of their range.
Bring Star to me. You are a mutant exactly like her.